Jesus tells us that we are sheep among wolves, basically, and he commands us to be wise as serpents, yet harmless as doves. That means that if we really do obey Christ, then we have to go out into the world and go out of our way to rescue people. We have to make an effort to reach out. Jesus did not tell us to sit around in a camp and have a group think. It's great fun to discuss things with other people that are on the same page as you, but that isn't how you save people. I mean, it's great, yeah, and we love and cherish our open-minded friends that we can have a frank and open discussion with, but we have to go out into the world and make an effort to find the other lost sheep. We've all been lost before, and we all really wish that in our personal histories, in our earlier lives, that somebody else would have come forth and reached out and told us the truth. Now, I do remember being told the truth by people who were not entirely honest. I remember being told about woman anatomy by a woman, but her associations, she pretends to be a Christian, but her associations and the things she does tells a different story. And I was also told about Swyer syndrome by a person who told me she was a woman, but this person was actually someone with Swyer syndrome. They will often tell you the truth as if it applied only to other people and not to themselves. It's one of their tricks. They'll say a truth, but then they don't tell you what they themselves are. So yeah, I was told the truth at a young age, but it's one of those things where they're happy that you're blind and asleep. It's one of their games that they play. They'll tell you the truth, but in a way where it doesn't jolt you awake. They want you to keep believing the lies. They want you to keep programming yourself. They want you to keep casting magic illusion spells in your mind that make you not realize what was going on. There are also people that are going to pretend to be your friends. These are, I call them buddy shills. They say nice things to you, but they never ever actually help you in what you're trying to do. They sit around and just agree with you and tell you how great you are, and they parrot whatever you say, but that's a shill tactic. When you actually get up and start doing things, they stand back and they just trash on whatever you're doing. They never lift a finger to help. And you gotta get rid of these people. They are not here to help you. You're pretty much on your own, because by now God's people are scattered all over the place. And we're just kind of left to fend for ourselves in this poisonous world. But we remember being lost, but Jesus was always with us from the very beginning. Even though we've done bad things, we never went past the point of no return, because even when we were being bad, Jesus saved us. And when you're doing God's will, God will help you. So when you're bringing people to Christ, you really can't go wrong. And nothing else matters when you understand that Jesus is the only person that matters, and that everything else is vanity, and that it can wait. You lose interest in your hobbies. You don't care about the things people say. You don't care about the news. You don't care about money. You don't care about what you're going to wear. You don't care about food. It takes over your life in a good way. I do miss having the energy to work on certain projects. I miss being able to put effort into things, but now I can't bring myself to care. I just can't bring myself. I have no effort left. I have no spoons left. All I care about is Jesus, and I don't know when he's going to come back, but until then, I know what I'm doing. So if you really want to get saved, you just got to do what he says. You got to go out there. You got to find real people. Look for people that seem lost and confused, and now if you try to get overt with them, you'll scare them off. We've all been living in this world of lies. The big lie that is so big people wouldn't understand that it's a lie. The lie that we've known all our lives, and we think it's real because it's all we've ever known. But we have cognitive dissonance. So when you see a person that's freaking out, and they probably are misled at this point, they probably don't know what's going on, but in their heart they know things aren't right. So those are the people that you should approach. They're probably going to be extremely skittish and brittle. They've definitely been abused and treated poorly by the world, and you gotta just reach out to them. If you're going to be overt, you might frighten them off. So you have to be subtle. Not only that, but if you reveal your power level, if you reveal all of your knowledge, if you know what's going on and you know how insane things are, but you start yelling everything you know, you're going to only draw unwanted attention to yourself. You're going to attract time-wasting shills that want to tie you up with. They're just going to latch onto you and be stupid and try and drain all your time and energy. So what time and energy you spend on a shill. You're not spending it on a person. So when you find a lost person, let them know that you exist and make sure, just say something nice to them. I guarantee you, real people, when we get a compliment from the heart, it's incredibly rare. We remember it because it's so rare it almost never happens. We get nothing but abuse, but when a person's kind to us, we remember it forever. And so break the ice immediately because it's such a precious and fleeting thing. And say something to the person that provokes thought. If they're freaking out over the news, like say if there's a great big event that you're not allowed to discuss, it's one of those banned topics, but if there's a great big scary upsetting event that gets a lot of news coverage, just tell the person, these people that you see on TV, they're not very honest, and you'll often find them on YouTube doing various takes and reciting lines that they're going to repeat on TV, or point out continuity errors, point out how photos are staged, and just point out something that'll get their noggin jogging, something that activates their almonds, They will connect the dots themselves. They'll get better and better at being observant and critical about what's going on. If they think evolution is real, just point out how great apes have changed over the years and the things that aren't right about them, like they always have these dubbed over noises. Just point out something small, something that doesn't freak them out or intimidate them, and just let them connect the dots, and they'll feel smart, and they'll feel good about themselves, and they'll feel more empowered to reach out and help others. It's a little bit of a hurdle when you force yourself to be outgoing, but it pays off. You get better and better, and other people will realize that you can be awkward at first, but it's so rewarding to break out of your shell and to help other people. It's like a major treasure hunt for the most valuable treasure there is, other people. There's just so few of us, but we can sniff each other out. If the freaks know who we are, we'll know who ourselves are, and we can find people like ourselves. So just get proactive. Go out there, find people, go under the radar. Don't start yelling everything you know, or you're going to get deplatformed and shunned, and it's not going to end well for you. So you gotta play dumb sometimes, but you can have fun with it. You can go, oh, well, how come evolution gave women narrow hips and long arms, things like that. Just use the system's logic against itself.